Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to Relationship Realities with Dr. Kimberly Clay, psychologist. I am so excited to welcome you once again to our session. Relationship Realities is where we discuss communication, we discuss relationships, we discuss family, we discuss all the topics that affect us on a daily basis. So don't miss it. Invite someone to join you. Go to the bottom of your screen on the left-hand side and hit that share button. Yes, go ahead and hit that share button. I need you to help me to get at least 200 shares. That's super easy if we all do this. There's someone who needs help in their daily relationships, in their marriage, in their friendships, on their job, in their church, just their relationship with themselves, their relationship with God. Someone needs help on today, so help us. Go to the bottom left-hand corner and hit that share button. Make sure that you share it on your timeline, share it on your friends' timelines, in your groups. Go ahead, like, share, and tag for that last time so that we can jump into our session. Yeah, Relationship Realities with Dr. Clay. Join us every Thursday evening at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm so excited, so excited. We've been talking about toxic relationships, and this thing has been amazing. It's been simply amazing. We just want to look at some ways that we can be better and to help our relationships and the people around us to be better as well. We want to be those kind of people, whereas when we walk into a room, we change the environment. Okay, are y'all ready? Get those last few shares in. We want to make sure that we share it with someone, get them on in here to Relationship Realities. Before we jump into our session on tonight, we always have to pray to God that He will bless us so that we can retain what we have received. God, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for this moment in time that we will not see again. God, everything that we do it for your glory. We give you honor. Help us to have clarity in Jesus' name. Amen. I love y'all. Welcome to Relationship Realities once again with Dr. Kimberly Clay. I'm your organizational industrial psychologist as well as life and family coach. I am elated to have you here with me. We've been talking about toxic relationships. Toxic relationships. Somebody said toxic relationships. Yeah, we have been laying out some signs that have been giving us clues as to if our relationships are toxic or not. Well, let's look at this again. Okay, we're doing a session. Our session is called Relationship Realities. Well, to make sure that we're on the same page, what is a relationship? A relationship, many times when we say that word, people instantly go and think intimate. Although intimate and marital and premarital relationships are types of relationships, but any way that two or more people are connected, those are relationships. So we want to be able to build those. We can have friendships. We have parent-child relationships, sister-brother relationships, and the list goes on. We have relationships with our pastors and members. We have relationships with co-worker, boss relationships. We have God and child relationships, God and child of God relationships. And then we do have relationships with ourselves where we learned how to build up ourselves and give ourselves positive self-talk. All of these things are issues that we address in Relationship Reality. So I want you to understand, start widening your view of how you think when you hear the word relationship. Don't limit it to just your love life or the lack thereof, or saying, well, I'm not in a relationship right now. Truth be told, everybody is in a relationship. So y'all go ahead and check in for me. Hashtag relationship realities. Hashtag relationship realities. Let Dr. Clay know that you are here. For anyone who's here for the first time with me, say, this is my first time. We would love to connect with you. We would love to get you information about Family Vibes Counseling. My nonprofit organization is my personal baby, where we do family counseling, marriage counseling, individual counseling. We do teen talk with Dr. Clay. There are a number of things that our organization does. And as well as one huge program in our organization is our Family Vibes Women's Refuge for battered and abused women, to help them get out of those abusive situations. You can look up our Facebook page at Family Vibes INC. That's Family Vibes INC. If you want to donate or become a monthly sponsor, we'll talk more about that. But if you like to go ahead and send a Cash App, you can send it to Family Vibes INC, Family Vibes Incorporated. We are excited. So let's look at this thing we've been looking at called toxic relationships. So we said a relationship is not just limited to an intimate relationship or a romantic relationship. It's any type of connection that we have with people, the way we are connected. But toxic relationship, when we look at that, it takes it to another level. A toxic relationship, toxic means poisonous. Poisonous, containing things that are bad, poisonous. So if a relationship is toxic, that means it's poisonous to us, and it contains things that are bad for us, being either side. See, when we look at this thing, I'm talking to you all, but some of you could be the ones who are bringing the toxicity or the poison to the relationship or to the friendship or to the marriage. Think about that. It's not always we are getting something done to us. It could be us bringing the poison or the toxicity to the relationship. So that's something that we have to make sure that we look at, so that we can address these things in our lives, okay? So a toxic relationship. One major point that I want you to take away from this particular session on toxic relationships is remove toxins from your environment that cause negativity in the lives of those connected. Remove toxins from your environment that cause negativity to your life. If it causes negativity, if it's off the charts, it's not positive, it's not feeding you in any good way, good manner, remove that toxin, remove that poison from your environment. There is no way that we should be obligated to limit ourselves to a toxic relationship. In a healthy relationship, everything just kind of works. We talked about this on the last session. Everything just kind of works in a healthy relationship. It just kind of works. We may have disagreements from time to time. Yeah, we can agree to disagree. But in a toxic relationship, we found out that some signs of that are lack of support, toxic communication, envy or jealousy, controlling behaviors. Have you ever seen this? Resentment, dishonesty, patterns of disrespect, negative financial behaviors. So here we are at number 9. The 9th sign. I have a few more to share with you to finish out this session. Number 9 is constant stress. Constant stress. Constant stress. Yeah, we need to look at our relationships. Is it the toxicity? Is it the poison from our relationships that's creating constant stress in our lives? Look at this. Ordinary life challenges that come up. You may have a family member's illness or a job loss. These are normal, regular things that happen in the life of an adult. They can sometimes create tension in our relationship, of course, but finding ourselves constantly on edge. Think about that just for a moment. Have you ever been in a position or in a place where you're constantly on edge, constantly stressed, even when you aren't facing stress from outside sources? Meaning, even when nothing's happening, nothing major is going on, no major events took place, but still on edge. That is a problem. That's constant stress. It's a key indicator that something's off. Somebody put that in the comment section. Something's off. Something's off. I want to make sure y'all get this tonight. Y'all are here with me, so let's get something positive that we can sow into our lives to make ourselves better, to clear out our environment, to get rid of this poison that is surrounding us. So it's a key indicator when we're constantly stressed that something is off. We've got to look around and see what that something is. That is a key time to pause and to say, what is going on in my life that's creating this stress? This ongoing stress can and will take a toll on physical and mental health. If we've ever looked at this, it can take a toll. We can start degrading physically. High blood pressure, that's a key disease that generates from stress. High blood pressure, although it tends to run in families and generations, but from stress. Can we link the indicator there? Physical and mental health, looking at diabetes, high blood pressure, tension in general, anxiety, depression. Our mental health, emotional instability. We need to look at these things because a lot of times we're walking around carrying things that don't belong to us, and it really has to do with our relationships. Is it really that important to hang on to someone just because we've been with them or been going through with them? We've invested this amount of years or that amount of time or this many months. Is it that serious to continue going through this? Whereas it creates constant stress. So if I'm already going through physical issues, my health is deteriorating, I'm looking at myself go down in a relationship or in a friendship with this person, but I continue to carry on in this fashion. I continue to allow these toxins to go into my body, into my mental space. No, it's not worth it. It's not that serious. So this is a key indicator that something is off when we're sick, when we're emotionally unstable. We need to look at the relationships that are in our lives and what is pouring poison into our lives. I mean, it's just simple as that. We have to look at it and see what is causing the problem in our lives. So this ongoing stress can take a toll. We might frequently feel miserable. And there is a saying that is so true, that misery loves company. When there is someone who is miserable in our presence, in our company, they want everyone around them to be miserable as well. They just carry this certain type of aura, this certain type of countenance upon them, and they spew out negativity wherever they go, whoever they're around. You get the feel of that, and it's not good, and we need to eliminate those from our environment. If we frequently feel miserable, mentally and physically exhausted, look at it, mentally exhausted constantly, not just on a one-time basis here or there, but constantly mentally exhausted, constantly physically drained, or generally just unwell, not well any other time, always something going on, always sick, always going through, always in the dumps, always down. We need to look at our connections. There's something going wrong. I don't care if it is our children. It may be our husband or our wife. We need to look at that situation, because if it's negative, if it's bringing us down, it's killing that person. Whoever is the one that's stressed and physically or mentally unwell, it is literally killing that person. We don't want to walk around allowing toxins from our relationships, from our linkings in life, our dealings in life, to pour over into us. We've got to be able to shake this stuff off. If we can't, we cut it off. It's so-called nip it in the bud. We get rid of it. Go to the root of the problem and get rid of that. So constant stress, that was number 9. Keep these in mind. Don't just hear it and just throw it in the back of your mind. But these are things that I need us to work on so that we can be better. I want to see you better. Dr. Clay wants to see you better. I'm doing these sessions so that you can be better, so that your family can be better, your friends can be better. And if we don't point this out, we'll never know what was going on in our lives. So I hold myself personally responsible for pointing these things out so that we can know what's going on in our lives. Another key sign of a toxic relationship: ignoring your needs. Y'all, these are all good. These are good signs to look at, good things to look at, because a lot of times we've been living in this thing unknowingly, that we've been allowing people to pour poison on us over and over again. Some poisons are milder than others. They can be tolerated in small amounts, but as we keep getting it, it keeps being poured on us more and more. It kills us over time. Ignoring your needs. Going along with whatever your friend or your partner or your spouse wants to do, even when it goes against your wishes or comfort level, that's a no-no. It's a sure sign of toxicity. Say they planned a vacation that will take you out of town on your mother's birthday or on your child's birthday. But when they ask you what dates were convenient, you emphasize that any dates were fine as long as you didn't miss this day, your mom's birthday or your children's birthday. But yet and still they chose to schedule the vacation on that day, ignoring your needs. You have a need to be connected. We all have a need to be connected to the most loved and the most positive people in our lives. And I'm going to tell you, this coincides with one of our other signs: envy or jealousy. See, look at this thing. A convenient ignoring of our needs. Right there. Wanting to do something at the same time that something else is important to me. Jealous or envious of that other person in our lives. If someone is that important in our lives, could they not share us with that other person? When a person has a need, hear me clearly. When a person has a need to keep you all to themselves and you can't have any other relationships, there is definitely a jealousy problem in that relationship. And we need to look at this toxic relationship. So in a toxic relationship, a person consistently ignoring your needs is definitely a sign that there is poison being poured upon you and within you, all around you. Take note. We are adults. It's up to us to cut off relationships, to take away from poisons and toxins that are killing us from the inside out. It's up to us. It's our responsibility. It's not for us to wait until the other person gets done with us and balls us up and throws us away like trash. No, it's up to us to take the better parts of ourselves and to keep moving. Look at another sign. Lost relationships. You've stopped spending time with family and friends, either to avoid conflict with this person or to get around having to explain what's happening in the relationship. It could be I have a friendship with one friend, but they don't like the relationship with the other friend. I have to decide what's most important. It may be an intimate relationship as opposed to a friendship or a relationship with a family member. There's jealousy and contention between the relationships. What is most important to my livelihood? What is most important? Lost relationships. We might find that dealing with our partner or intimate relationship occupies most of our free time. We have to have a balanced life. Put that on the screen. I want to make sure we're getting that tonight. Balanced life. I need a balanced life. Put that on the comment section. I want to make sure that we're getting this. I need a balanced life. Come on, y'all. This is our one life that we have to live. We can't take chances. We can't sidestep. We can't take down. We can't settle in this life. Yeah. We are worthy of having the very best life that we're capable of, the very best life that's possible. You're worth having the best life that you can have. But it's just not fair for us to lose relationships because of jealousy or envy in that relationship, because of constant stress in that relationship. It's not that serious. The most important person that you have to take care of is you. If you're not okay, you can't take care of your children. If you're not okay, you can't take care of your parents. If you're not okay, you cannot take care of your usual responsibilities in life. If you're not okay, if you're anxious all the time, if you're sick, you can't take care of those things, those responsibilities. So remove the stressors, remove the poison, remove the toxin and anxiety from your life so that you can live. That's the most important point here. Look at this other sign of a toxic relationship. Lack of self-care. Lack of self-care. Not even pouring into ourselves, not giving ourselves what we need. So look, in a toxic relationship, you might let go of usual self-care habits. You might withdraw from hobbies, things that you once loved, neglect your health, and sacrifice your free time. I'm going to say that again. We may, when we get pulled into the lack of self-care, we may withdraw from hobbies, things we once loved. Did you love being out in your yard, doing yard work or gardening? Not taking care of yourself, not getting your nails done or your toes done, things that you once loved to do. Guys, not watching the football game, going out, fixing on the house, whatever, playing golf, playing basketball, whatever it is that makes you happy, going bowling. What are the things that you like to do or once liked to do, but you've withdrawn from those things? We need to look at this. Yeah, we need to look at this. Things, hobbies that we once loved, we neglect our health. We're not seeing the doctor like we should. We're not taking our medications. We're not seeing about our bodies, but instead we're taking that attention and focusing on someone else. No, not acceptable. It's not acceptable. It's not okay for us to take the attention off of the things that we need to de-stress, to bring down the toxins, to bring down the stress level, to focus it on someone else who really, really does not appreciate it anyway. This might happen because we don't have the energy for these activities, or because a person that we have a relationship with disapproves when you do your own thing. They want you under them 24/7. They want you in their face all the time, not realizing that these things are needed for your well-being. I'm going to tell you, your mental health, your emotional health is worth more than gold. It's something that we cannot buy. It's something that we have to take care of for ourselves. Our emotional health is everything. If our emotions are out of whack, if I'm crying all the time or mad all the time or sad, there is definitely a problem. And we need to look at this. We need to look at our connections. There we go. Once again, look at our relationships. Look at our friendships. Look at our connections. What is bringing in this negativity into our lives where we cannot function, where we cannot be normal? We are in turn abnormal. Looking around at the rest of the world like, what's wrong with y'all? But no, we're the one abnormal because we've taken on a different aspect that was not intended for our lives. Look at another sign. Look at another sign of a toxic relationship. I hope I'm helping tonight. Let me know if I'm helping you in this session. Let me know. Is this helping? Is this good info? Go, stop, take a moment. Go down to the bottom left-hand corner right now and share this series, share this session. Go down to the bottom left-hand corner, hit share. Everybody do it. Don't just sit and wait on the next person. Stop, hit that share button. Share this with someone. Thank you. Okay, now look, another sign. I have a couple more. Signs of toxic relationships. Welcome to those of you who may have just joined. Welcome to Relationship Realities with Dr. Clay. We're talking about toxic relationships and signs of a toxic relationship. If you notice or find out that you didn't know before, but you're definitely in a toxic relationship, run. Get out of there. Cut that off. Number 13, hoping for change. Have you ever been in a place where you just, you didn't make moves anymore? You just, in the back of your mind, you just hoped that things would change? You might stay in that relationship or that friendship because you remember how much fun you had in the beginning. Maybe you think that if you just change yourself, there's the self-blame. If you change yourself and your actions, they'll change as well. But each adult, might I go back there? Each adult is responsible for themselves. It's not responsible for me to change another adult person. If they want to change, they will. It's always good for us to make upgrades or improvements on ourselves, but it's not necessary for us to make improvements for another adult. If they want to make improvements, if they want to be better, to be in a friendship with us or to be in a relationship with us, they will do so. It's not dependent upon us. So they'll change as well. A lot of times in toxic relationships, we just give up. We give up on ourselves. We give up on making things better. We give up on making a change, and we just hope in the back of our minds that things will change. No, this is a toxic relationship. No improvement in sight. Nothing changing. Everything still going on the same. Still having the bad financial behavior. Still having the jealousy or the envy. Still lack of self-care. Still ignoring our needs. Still got these patterns of disrespect. Talking to us any kind of way. Disrespecting what we have going, our plan for our lives that we have going. disrespecting our relationships with our children or with our parents or sisters or brothers, having resentment, these other signs still going on, controlling behaviors. What other adult that loves you wants to control your behavior? No. Or wants to control you or to make you act or to do or be a certain way. No, you should be you, just to better you. So if you're bettering yourself but they're not bettering themselves, that is a definite sign of a toxic relationships. So just hoping for change is not going to do anything in that relationship. Just hoping that it gets better is not going to change that relationship. It's not going to make it do anything. It's not going to make it get better, but we have to make moves that are going to improve our lives, our state of mind, our mental health, our physical bodies. It's important to work out. It's important to walk and to exercise. It's important to eat right and to take care of our bodies and do things that make us feel good. Things that take the stress off. Yeah. We can't be so indulged into another person until we don't see after ourselves. See after ourselves. This last sign of a toxic relationship. This is a huge one. And I want us to look at this. Walking on eggshells. Okay, y'all know an eggshell is a thin thing. It's so easy to break at any moment. It's like walking on thin ice, walking on eggshells, tipping around. You worry that by bringing up problems, you'll provoke extreme tension. So you become conflict avoidant. Avoiding conflict. You avoid conflict and keep any issues to yourself. Okay, we're adults. If there's an issue, we ought to be able to be mature adults and discuss whatever problems are arising in a relationship, whether it be intimate relationship, whether it's a friendship, we're sisters, brothers, parent, child. Every relationship ought to have a point where we can say, oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, I meant to talk to you about that. And we can just discuss calmly. If anything, every time we discuss or we talk, it arises to an anger level, that is definitely a toxic relationship. Someone needs to address a problem within themselves in their relationship. Bringing toxicity, bringing poison from previous life situations into that relationship that creates tension, creates anger. Loud modes of communication are not acceptable in any relationship. That is not what we do. That is not mature communication. Walking on eggshells. We just don't want to talk about it because we know that it'll create a problem. We know that it'll create tension. We know that we'll go for days or weeks at a time without even talking or talking at each other. Toxic relationship. It was so important for me to bring these signs because we talked about a relationship is our connection. A relationship is the way that we are connected or bound to others. We are in control of those relationships. It doesn't matter if we're related by blood or not. We still have the last say so as to if I hang around you or not, as to if I interact with you or not. If it's poisonous to my life, if it's having an effect on my mental health and my physical health and or I am not obligated to be in connection or in relationship with you. It doesn't matter who you are. If you bring negative to my life, you don't have a spot at my table. And we have to see things in that fashion. If you bring negativity to my life, if you don't want to hear and move on a positive level, then you don't have a spot at the table and you can go eat at another table. But we as adults have to decide what type of life we want to have. We have to decide what type of friends that we want to have, what type of relationships that we want to have. We are the boss of our own lives. We answer to God. He gives us his word. He gives us great answers for our lives. But it's up to us if we take it. We can hear it all day. Dr. Clay has come in and given us all these signs of a toxic relationship. But I can't come and change your house. I can't come and switch your life around. It's up to you to change your environment. It's up to you to change the way that things are going in your life. So look at these and make sure of whether or not your relationships are toxic. Is there a lack of support going either way? You could be the person who lacks support for the other person. If so, change that. Change that. We are built, we are made, created to be in this world together, to work together. And there is no way that we should walk around each other lacking support. And we call ourselves friends or in a relationship, but we lack to support the other person. Toxic communication. Get it? Envy or jealousy. Controlling behaviors. Resentment, dishonesty, patterns of disrespect, negative financial behaviors. I see it all the time. I see it. I see it in relationships. I see it in people. They talk about it all the time. And then tonight we came to constant stress, ignoring your needs, losing relationships or lost relationships, lack of self-care. In a relationship, we cannot forsake ourselves and look at things that we used to do or love to do, but we forsake ourselves now and we say, you know what? We just spend our time in that person's face and it's not making us feel any better. Hoping for change. These are signs that our relationships are toxic. And walking on eggshells. We ought to be able to discuss any problem that we're having with anyone in our lives. If it can't be worked out, that means that it needs to be cut off. But I'm so excited that we have our relationship, that I, Dr. Clay, am able to speak with you, am able to pour into your life, and that you readily receive this positivity that I'm giving. This is nothing but positive to help you in your life. I want to open up your thinking, open up your mind so that you can know that there is better for you, and I wish the best for you. I don't just sit back and hope for it, but I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm making this session available for you so that you can be exposed and know that you can have greater, you can feel better in your mind, mentally, emotionally, and better in your body for your physical health. So we want you to join us on Thursday evenings for Relationship Realities. There are many of you who are able to help Family Vibes Counseling. It's my personal nonprofit organization. We do so much in the community to help the community at large. We do family counseling, individual counseling, marriage counseling. We do teen talk with Dr. Clay. I love working with teens, really good in that area as well. We work with battered and abused women in our Family Vibes Women's Refuge. There is so much that we do for the community. We're working on partnering with APWM in a diaper drive coming up soon for the spring. So we are doing many things, and we would love for you to commit to being a monthly sponsor. You can do small amounts each month, but we want you to reach out to us. You can text Donate Now to 972-589-1925 to become a monthly sponsor. If you just like to give tonight, you can go to our Cashapp at Family Vibes INC, Vibesinc, Family Vibes Inc. on Cashapp. All of your donations are tax deductible, and we're just excited about the work that we do in the community. We are currently working in Arkansas and Texas, but we are a nationwide organization. If there are services needed in your area, reach out to us. We would love to see what we can put together for your area, for your local area. So reach out to us, 972-589-1925. I am Dr. Kimberly Clay with Relationship Realities and Family Vibes Counseling Incorporated. It has been a pleasure. See you next week. Family Vibes Counseling Incorporated is a community-based, nonprofit organization based in the heart of Arkansas and Texas. The mission of Family Vibes Counseling is to provide support and therapeutic healing for families, individuals, and marriages, and to foster growth and development in individuals. Family Vibes Counseling is a 501c3 charity, and all donations are IRS recognized tax deductible. Together, we can change the statistics of our communities. Depression affects approximately 18.8 million American adults, or about 9.5% of the U.S. population age 18 and older in a given year. 80% of depressed people are not currently having any treatment. 41% of depressed women are too embarrassed to seek help. 1 in 5 children deal with some sort of mental, behavioral, or emotional problem. 1 in 10 children may have a serious emotional problem. Among adolescents, 1 in 8 may suffer from depression. Become a sponsor for Family Vibes Counseling today. Help us to help the community. You can become a monthly sponsor and donate as little as $20, $50, or $100 per month. You can go to Cashapp and donate now. $Family Vibes INC. Cashapp. That's $Family Vibes INC. Go to Givelify.com or download the Givelify app and search Family Vibes Counseling. Click your amount and enter your card information, all within 30 seconds. You can text DONATE to 972-589-1925 and get more information about becoming a monthly sponsor. Text DONATE to 972-589-1925.